Hey friends, Wayne over here at the Ram Man. Here's some helpful information. May save you some time and some money and some grief. We're pretty much the king of disc brake kits for them older vehicles. And a lot of people know that we have sell a bunch of them. Dana 44 front, closed knuckle, both the standard and the big knuckle. And now we have Dana 60, and made this video about doing hub conversions on the M715. Those military buggies, they came with this funky hub, 6-lug, great big old hub. And of course, you can't find the flange is so big you can't find the rotor big enough flange, too big, doesn't fit, blah blah blah. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about modernizing, upgrading for that Dana 60 closed knuckle, like on the M715s, 67, 68, 69 for Vietnam. So those buggies, like I said, they came with this great big old 6-lug hub. What a lot of people don't know is that's the spindle that it goes on to. We're looking at the great big old Dana 60 closed knuckle off of an M715. This was also used on the Fords in the mid-70s, like 73, 74, and 75, used Dana 60 closed knuckle. Dana 60 closed knuckle is physically about the same size as the 44 HD, or known as the 44 big knuckle. Got a Dana 44 small knuckle and a Dana 44 big knuckle. If you'll notice, they're basically the same size physically, but the castings are slightly different. The spindle's smaller, and you got your steering link molded in, whereas on the 60 closed knuckle, everything bolts on top and bottom. Everything bolts on. Steering arm is not, tie rod is not molded on. Okay, so the advantage of it is if you were to put disc brakes on the M715 and stuff at the same time, you can change the bolt pattern, because once you change to a modern hub, and when I say modern hub, I mean basically 70s up, 80s, you change the bolt pattern, allows you access on an 8 on 6.5, allows you access to millions of wheels, and you increase the strength at the same time. So these old hubs here, this is the inner bearing, and this is a modern Dana 70. They're basically the same size. This right here is a cut off from off a Dodge 72U. Now they're all the same. This same thing, Ford, GM. Any Dana 70 or 80 rear or 60 front, these spindles are the same. So here's a modern bearing. This is the original outside bearing. It's fairly skinny on this M716 lug hub, M715. And here's the outside bearing on a modern 70. the weight capacity and the strength is significantly increased. So here's our modern hub off of the old axle. There you go. We've just put on an 8 on 6.5 hub onto an M715 spindle, Dana 60 closed knuckle spindle, like used on the Ford. So, there you go. So, once we've done this, that allows you to do a run disc brake kit. And voila, there you go. Now I will tell you, like when I talked about the other video, just doing a bolt pattern conversion. So, what's the difference between this hub and that hub? Well, here's the difference. The flange on this original hub is about 1.5 inches wider. It's about 1.5 inches wider. So this flange is 1.5 inches closer to the frame rail. And 1.5 inches is not that big a deal. 3 or 4 inches is a great big old deal, but 1.5 inches is not that big a deal. And you can compensate by that by get you different back spacing. And if you've been around, I don't know, at least a few years, like I keep saying, there's about 10 million different wheels for an 8 on 6.5. All the big three used them. They're everywhere. And you can find these hubs, you can either buy them individually on eBay or something, or most of us have seen an old 70 or 80 axle or 60 or whatever. They've seen one, you know, for $100 or $200 on Facebook. So you can get the hubs, the bearings, and the whole kit and caboodle to do one axle for a couple $100. Voila, there you go. Because it's just a drop-on assembly. And once you've done that, then you can also run you a disc brake setup. Now, here I have it right here. And this disc brake setup is not some Mickey Mouse cheesy little thing where some clown thought he was going to do something all cool and stuff and got some little bitty rotors off a damn Ford F-150 and all of a sudden thought he was going to have a brake kit that throw you through the windshield. Make sure we get this bad boy on right. He's giving me a little bit of trouble. Keeps trying to slip a thread. Damn. Did it again. Don't want to mess up these spindles. have some damn dirt on that son of a